Yo, this is Dash, and back out at my grill today because I am going to be using the amazing smoking tube to smoke some cheese. Yeah, so in order to smoke cheese, you actually have to cold smoke it. One of the beautiful things about the amazing smoking tube is that it puts off very little heat, and today is an overcast day. It's cloudy and it's only about 80 degrees. You really shouldn't do any smoking of cheese, for that matter, when it's warmer than like 85 or 90 degrees, because the cheese will actually melt. Look up the melting point of cheese and you'll see, obviously you can't have a day where it's any warmer than that or it'll melt. So I'm going to show you the setup process of using the amazing smoking tube in real time, so you can see it's not very difficult and it doesn't take very long for it to set up. So first thing, I have these Smokehouse cherry pellets. And in case I haven't showed exactly what they look like before, those are the pellets. It's like a compressed sawdust. Alright, so I have the tube filled, probably a little bit too much, but up to the top. And then I'm going to put it down in the grill. So I have my pellets full, that's the tube full. I'm going to put it down in the grill kind of on an angle because I'm actually going to fire it vertically. Okay. Now let's see if I can get my torch to actually work. It feels like it's light. Feels like it might be coming down to the end here. This is the one difficult thing about these pellets, is you have to have a high heat source to get them started. So a torch similar to this, like a MAP gas torch or like a propane torch, kind of like you would use for plumbing around your house, or even one of those like a souffle torch would be perfect to get these started. So what I'm looking for is, I'm looking to light or to start these pellets kind of like you would start incense, how you burn the tip, and then once it starts to smolder, that is when you have what you need. So it's getting there, not quite yet though. I want like the pellets that are down in like the second layer to ignite too. So hopefully you can see down in there that the first level of pellets is definitely really good and lit, and we're getting down to the second level of pellets, and it's getting lit as well. Alright. So again, similar to incense, I'm going to let that burn for a moment. And now we have our good smoke. Now it'll smoke like this for 6 to 8 hours, depending on the conditions, I guess. And alright, so now I'll close the grill off, and I'm gonna put you on an angle where you can see how much smoke is actually coming from the grill. Hopefully you can see the chimney over here and the smoke coming from the chimney. Alright, so now I'm going to go in the house real fast, and I'm going to get the cheese and get it so that I can put it out on the grill here. Okay, so what you see here is I have two different types of cheeses. I have a sharp, okay, I have a sharp cheddar cheese, and then I have a mild cheddar cheese. Now, one of the things that I'll tell you to do when or if you're smoking cheese, you have to keep or be very mindful of the fact that there's mold growing on the cheese already, and if you can limit the amount of touching you do your cheese with your bare hands and putting it on anything bare. So you see here I have some aluminum foil, okay? The aluminum foil is to protect it from anything that was previously cooked on the grill already. And then I cut the cheese in order to give it a denser or bigger surface area to accept more smoke. Okay, so again, this is my mild cheddar and this is my sharp cheddar. What I'm going to do is just let it sit like this smoking tube. Okay, it is warm, but it is by no means hot. This is not burning my hand. This is like warm water that I would wash my hands in. So it's probably no more than 100 degrees. Okay, and I'm just going to let this do its thing. It's going to smoke. And again, it should smoke for probably in total now. It should probably smoke in total for about 6 to 8 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this as it is, and I'll be back in 2 hours, and I'm going to turn the cheese a different orientation just to make sure that the part of the cheese that is on the aluminum foil gets it gets bathed in the smoke as well. Alright, so I'll be back in 2 hours. Okay, so I'm back out at the grill, and it's been 2 hours later, and you can see that the cheese is definitely got a different color to it, a different hue. And again, I'm going to turn it up a different way. You can see turn it this way. And this cheese here, we'll just flip it upside down. Okay, so now the cheese is all turned over so that I can expose the other edges to the smoke. All right. You see the smoke tube is still doing its thing down there. And someone asked me, so after 2 hours, it's warm. But let me show you what it looks like down in it. So there is where we are 2 hours in. Okay, so 2 hours in, you can see a little bit of ash right around here, and you still see pellets down there, and there's a little bit of a close-up on the cheese. It's starting to sweat a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. But again, the temperature is pretty much perfect for the smoking the cheese today. A lot of times when I smoke the cheese, I'll do it overnight so that I don't have to worry about the temperatures being so high, but that would have affected the video quality. So I hope you understand the fact that I'm doing it during the day and it's a little warmer. But I'm gonna let this sit in here for another 2 hours maybe, and then I'll come back and then it'll be pretty much finished. And once it's finished, I'll explain the next part of the process. See you in a few more hours. Okay, so we're back at the grill here, and it's been another 2 hours just about. So we're looking at 4 hours total smoke on this cheese so far. And as you can see, it's melted down some. It's starting to sweat a little bit more, so I just think the temperature has gotten a little warmer. And there's still plenty of pellets in the tube. But I'm going to move you off to the side and I'm going to show you what has to happen next. So, because I'm going to do this outside, I brought out some cling wrap and some aluminum foil to make this a little easier on myself. I'm going to put some aluminum foil down on this shelf here. Thank you if you wrote bless you in the comments below. Okay, so again, I'm going to put on the glove. I'll put the cheese down on here. So, if you remember, my sharp cheese was cut the long way. And I'm just going to kind of wrap this up haphazardly just so I can try to keep from touching it. And then when I get inside, I'm going to wrap it up a little bit better. Alright, so we're going to wrap this up. I used my thinking cap that last time. And so now we have the cheese inside the saran wrap. If I had a vacuum bag, I'd probably be better to put it in the vacuum bag, but I don't. So I'm going to take the cheese, wrap it up kind of like if it was a burrito or something. Mild. Since it worked out so well when I did that. Have I mentioned I hate this stuff? It's wrapped up. Then we'll get some foil. Okay, so at this point, what happens is, with the cheese rather, is you let it sit for about a week or so, and that smoke flavor, it seeps into the interior of the cheese, and it's not so overwhelming. So expect the part 2 to this. All right.